What's up, beautiful people? This is Mike from Mike Gets Well and hope you're having an amazing day. In today's video, as you can see, I have my house, all the blinds open, and it's the living room where I have the ambient lights, everything turned on to show you guys how the LG OLED EVO will perform against the Samsung Neo QN90B. We have been doing some unfair comparisons showing the QN90B, QN90A just against the OLED in the dark room. We have to show you how actually it performs in the bright room. So make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel because that's gonna help me a lot. Alright guys, so let me explain to you what we are doing in this video. So we have the Samsung Neo QLED QN90B, the 65-inch model, and we have the LG OLED EVO 65-inch, and we are trying to see how they're gonna compare, right? So what we're gonna do, very first thing is that make sure that both the TVs are fully maximized to their potentials to show you guys how they're gonna perform in the bright room. So I'm gonna bring up my settings menu on both the TVs. As you can see right here on the left side, I have the LG OLED EVO G1, and on the right side I have the Samsung Neo QLED QN90B. And I'm going to the settings. I'm in the game optimizer mode right now, and you can see the OLED pixel brightness, which is the brightness for the OLED TV, is to the maximum, which is 100. And then similarly we have the Samsung Neo QLED on the right side on the 50, which is the maximum brightness for the Samsung Neo QLED TVs. You're not gonna touch the brightness on the LG OLED EVO because you can see it's gonna wash out your colors. So that always remains at the 0. It is the added brightness so that you can see clearly in the dark kind of scenes, but usually it is preferred to be at 50. You're not gonna touch this screen brightness. You can just increase the OLED pixel brightness. On the Neo QLED side, we have only one thing, which is the brightness. That's the backlight. So I would say it's just the backlight. On the sharpness, we're gonna bring it to 0. We are trying to do apples to apple comparison, so we're gonna make sure that both TVs are in the similar setting. So I'm gonna turn off the contrast enhancer because it's gonna boost the brightness, so we're gonna keep it off. Similarly, that's what we have on the LG OLED EVO as well. And color tone, we're gonna keep it on the warm 2 because if we have it on the standard and we have the warm 2 on the LG OLED EVO, so it's gonna look dull. So on the both TVs, we're gonna keep it at the warm 2, and gamma we're gonna keep it on the 2.2, which is we have here on the LG OLED TV, and similarly we have it on the Samsung Neo QLED TV. So we are trying to make sure that it's on the equal playground, and then we can see how it's gonna perform. And I'm gonna go to the LG OLED EVO and bring the sharpness to 0, which I already keep at the 0 because I don't want that added sharpness from the TV. So now let me show you one thing which is really interesting. On the Neo QLED, if you want to match the brightness of the LG OLED EVO G1, the maximum that you have on the LG OLED EVO, let's see what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go to the settings, and I'm gonna head down to the expert setting, and I'm gonna bring the brightness all the way down to show you guys how bright the Samsung Neo QLED TVs are. So this is the Samsung Neo QLED QN90B in 65-inch, and you can see if I decrease the brightness on the QLED TV to 6, that's when it matches the brightness of the LG OLED EVO. So it's that bright. And I'm gonna show you my room around. So let's say if you're in a room like really bright, the one I have, where you have the open windows, you have the big windows, and you have blinds open, and you have the ambient lighting, it's not gonna be a good performance that you're gonna get from the LG OLED EVO. So with my case, I'm not just calling the LG OLED TV trash here. I mean, I've been using it as my primary TV for a reason. I have blinds mostly off and they are shut, and I'm using my TV mostly in the dark. So if you're in the market for a bright room environment kind of TV that you want, then LG OLED EVO is not gonna be your choice. Now there is Samsung S95B and also the Sony A95K coming to the market, so we're gonna see how they perform in the bright room. But right now you can see side by side, the QLED TV just destroys the LG OLED TV when it comes to the bright room environment. And I'm mentioning it again and again, it's just the bright room environment. When you go opposite, you have seen the comparisons, the OLED TV versus QLED TV in the dark room, and you will see the blooming on the QLED TV, which is there. I mean, there's no undoubtedly there is blooming on the QLED TV, but now we are specifically talking about the bright room environment, and where the Samsung Neo QLED just shreds the OLED TV in terms of brightness, the HDR impact. And you can see that I'm in the game HDR mode because whenever you play the HDR game like this one, Spider-Man Miles Morales, it kicks in into the HDR mode. And LG OLED on the left side looks really dull as compared to the Samsung Neo QLED. It is similar to, you know, how you have your cell phone and you take it out in the you know, outside and you try to see the screen looks so dull. It's not just your TV or your device is dull. It's actually the ambient brightness, the challenge that you have with the lighting around the TV or the device is making it look dull. So LG OLED TVs are really amazing when they're in the dark or controlled lighting environment, but as soon as you expose them to the bright open big windows, then you're gonna see the difference. And Samsung Neo QLED TV just outperforms any OLED TV out there. Any OLED TV, I'm mentioning the WRGB OLED TVs. I'll have to see S95B how that quantum dot OLED TV is going to perform next to the Samsung Neo QLED TV. So if you guys want to see that kind of video, make sure to leave the comment, and I specifically went in front of these trucks to show you the highlights. As you can see that on the screen, if I go in front of any cars here, stop taxi. Yeah, okay, now you can see on the left side you don't have that HDR impact, and the brightness is really dull on the LG OLED EVO as compared to the Samsung Neo QLED. So this is what I wanted to show you from the HDR. Now let's jump into the SDR and show you guys what's going on there. So as you know that the LG OLED EVO, it goes maximum up to 134 140 nits in the 100% window as compared to 450 to 500 nits for the Samsung Neo QLED QN90B. So you can see that it's already on the menu. It's really bright for the Neo QLED, and also the colors are really good on the Samsung Neo QLED, and thanks to the quantum dot technology for that. And the HDR impact and the brightness that you get from the Samsung Neo QLED in a bright room is just unmatched right now as compared to the LG OLED EVO. And I have a couple of things more to show you guys in this video. I have the Spear and Munsell HDR demo disc content, which is in the end of the video. Make sure to watch that as well. It's gonna help you decide what TV actually you want. I don't want you to buy a TV where you go home and you have the big windows and bright room and you're like, oh, the TV looks super dull. So this video, I hope is gonna help you out in making that decision. As you can see in this scene right here, the highlights and the brightness on the Samsung Neo QLED TV is just spectacular. You have the Batman, the new movie, and you can see it's really dark movie, and it is the amazing movie to show you the shadow details and all. On the left side you can barely see those lights. I mean, those are lights on the ceiling and on the back there, and also there are a couple of things on the table. I mean, you can see the dust reflecting from the Samsung Neo QLED side, but you can barely see that getting suppressed on the left side on the LG OLED EVO. So if you're talking about the shadow details and you're talking about, you know, not having the black crush, you have the Samsung Neo QLED, which can actually portray that for you. And you can see all of these scenes. If you, I mean, I'm just mentioning you again and again about, like, if you're in a situation where you have the bright lit room, then Samsung Neo QLED is just hands down the best performing TV for your living room. And that's all I have from this video, guys. I have a couple of screenshots that I gathered, and also this demo kind of fascinates me. You look at those gems and the crystal, see how they are so sparkling bright, and that's how they should be in real life. As compared to on the OLED, it's kind of a little dull. And it's not completely that the OLED is not gonna give you the picture quality you want. I mean, it's gonna give you the picture quality you want, but and it's not gonna be dull for you if you're just looking at the LG OLED EVO. But as soon as you bring the Samsung Neo QLED TV, then you see the difference. You can only see the difference when you see the TV side by side, and you have to see it yourself. And Samsung Neo QLED TV does not leave anything behind when it comes to providing you guys the best color volume and the brightness out of the TV. And you can see it's recorded in the HDR. I hope you guys are watching this video in HDR because it was shot in HDR to show you guys exactly what I'm actually watching on my screen. And I have actually taken a couple of screenshots that I'm going to show you in this video, where I'm going to highlight a couple of things that I have noticed when I was doing these demos as compared to the LG OLED EVO. so in this screenshot you can see that on the right we have the Samsung Neo QLED, and on the left we have the LG OLED EVO, and you can clearly see the difference. It's just day-night difference. You can see the contrast is really good with the LG OLED, but it's daytime and you can see a lot of highlights when you're talking about the right side where you have the Samsung Neo QLED. You have everything visible, it's not being crushed at all, and that's what you want from the the bright TV. And you look at under the chin of the alligator, there are details there which are literally getting suppressed in the LG OLED TV, but you can clearly see that on the Samsung Neo QLED QN90B. I have one more scene that I want to show you guys. I have done a lot of demos and I've never noticed that until I watched it on the Samsung Neo QLED. You can see the trees in the middle of the scene here. You can see behind the trees, they're actually the buildings. But on the left side, on the LG OLED TV, you can barely see those buildings, and they're getting crushed because there are dark trees right in front of them. So OLED TV is showing you the buildings, but you can't really tell if they're buildings or not. On the QLED, it just gives you that presentation that was recorded in the Spears and Munsell disk, and this is the first time I'm actually noticing that there were buildings looking closely. So there are a couple of these nuances and these details that QLED TV can only provide you. With the LG OLED TV, I see that is being crushed here. Similarly, in this scene, you can see how the shadow details you can see on the Samsung Neo QLED as compared to we don't have that on the LG OLED EVO side. It's just getting really contrasty and it gets destroyed. You can't see the grass at all on the left side, and also you can see the reflection from the screen. I will never suggest that you place a TV right in front of the windows, because no matter what your TV have, you're gonna have the reflection showing on the screen. It's really distracting. So it is just for the demo purpose. The way I have aligned my TVs, they are never facing the windows. And that's all I have from this video, guys. I have some demo content that I'm gonna play for the rest of the video. Make sure to watch that and let me know what you guys think about the content, and I'll see you guys in another video. Until then.